Episode 121 of Cal Cagno Radio starts right now. Joe and I have officially decided that Skype, we're getting good at.
Yeah, we're stumbling along. We're not
Dude,
doing
you got
too
your
shabby.
mic. Why don't you show everybody your mic?
Yeah, I got this.
Show everybody your towel.
I got this. I got
okay,
this.
but now this is going to be the radio guy in me. You have to make sure you're talking dead on to it.
Okay.
Talking to the side. These are not.
Teach me in 30 seconds what you took 4 years to learn at Central Michigan University.
No, you're exactly right.
Cram into a 2-minute pep talk.
Pep-torial.
I'll figure out this thing.
Now, let me ask you a question. When we first started doing this, I was cutting out while you were talking, but tell me that you can. You were saying we couldn't talk at the same time for a moment.
Yeah, I didn't even think about it because now I can totally hear you. Like if you're go ahead and talk.
Okay,
while I'm talking. I can hear you.
Cut each other off just like the old days.
Yeah, exactly. But I could actually hear you cutting me off, and then I could kind of go along with it. Before, if I saw your lips moving, I had to stop talking, and then it made so like I couldn't quite throw in like the quick wit that I think I have into jokes.
Yeah, I will say the first couple of times that we did this, I was afraid of what exactly did happen. The first time you were like this. And it was very odd. So I'm the timing is getting a little bit better, but we appreciate everybody listening. We have been posting more episodes just because we've had more time. Joe and I were talking this morning. Actually, he was texting me, and then I forgot to text him back because I got busy with work. And he just kind of pointed out, we need to do more of this stuff because you people out there, I don't mean it's us versus them. I mean, you people out there that listen probably could use a little comic relief from time to time and hear from people like us who are hopefully trying to be funny for you.
Yeah. And my thing is, thing is saying poor connection. So I hope it's not. I hope it's not on my end. Okay.
No, I can see you fine.
Okay, good.
I can see you fine, but I was like, let me pour my heart out, Eddie. Right. 3, 2, 1.
I'm gonna be completely honest with you. It was like you were on location in like Desert Storm. It kind of went nuts, and you kind of sounded like Optimus Prime for a second. Oh. So I didn't hear the heart-to-heart speech. I heard about every third word.
All I said was that you had texted me this morning, and I had forgotten to text you back, and that you had said that throughout this whole thing, people could use a little comic relief, or at least a little bit of normalcy.
Yeah. And I think when I say, hey, the listeners have contacted me because they need comic relief, I think it's just a lie. And it's me saying I need comic relief. I need something to be able to get out there and chit-chat and have fun.
There's nothing wrong with that at all. We need to do more of this. And I'm telling you, I've seen more good out of people than I am bad out of people. But you live in the public sector that is out more than I do. Are people just as horrible as I remember?
You know what? No, it's actually gone pretty well. Like neighbors are nicer. It's kind of after that 9/11 type vibe. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like after 9/11, it was like everyone hold hands and like you're looking out for your neighbors and you're sticking up for each other, and it's that type of vibe. And I kind of feel like we're back to that. I mean, other than the millennials that are like, I'm just gonna do whatever I want. Spring break, half off cruises, all that stuff. Like. Besides them,
it's funny because there's people that I'm friends with that I was shocked. Like, there's one person that shall remain nameless who I really like, who just like 2 days ago posted a picture on Facebook of her at the airport going to Florida with her twins who are like 7 months old.
Oh,
and I was
like,
I thought you were educated.
Yeah. Oh, wow. You're going on a gambling vacation, huh? Vegas is closed, so you still decided to roll the dice and go to Florida. Nice.
Yes. Well, we appreciate you guys being here today.
The fact that 60% of Florida is over the age of 60, and you're taking you and your 2 twins down there, just carriers of the Rona, it's going to be like Christopher Columbus all over. When Columbus landed or whoever landed in Florida there, Ponce de Leon, and just wipe out all the natives of Florida.
You just show up. It's like, but we really want to go to Key West because it's so cold in Michigan. It's like, but you also brought Rona with you.
Yeah. Yeah. The mom's going to take whoever you're talking about. She's going to get out at the beach. The kids are going to get out. The one kid within the first 5 minutes of being there is going to sneeze or cough. And then just within weeks, the population of Florida is just going to drop from all the snowbirds getting sick down there. Like, seriously, just Ponce de Leon, Christopher Columbus, just mass genocide of an entire septuagenarian
subculture.
Exactly.
A whole culture. Okay, so I'm not afraid to admit that one thing that I've been doing during this whole, I guess, quarantine is I have discovered that I can solve the Rubik's Cube in under 2 minutes now. I'm under 2 minutes. Yeah,
I learned. You can, like, do a Rubik's Cube.
I can do a Rubik's Cube every time now. And I'll tell you what, it's not as fun once you, like, learn the algorithm to it. So I watched all these videos on YouTube. I can legit do it from start to finish under 2 minutes. And so while I'm watching TV at night, I'm cubing. Like, I'm cubing.
Is that what
and
the
Wendy was like,
group
"Can you
calls
put down the Rubik's Cube?" I'm like, "Listen, babe, I got a taste of the cube. I can't be defeated." And Wendy's like, "It's loud." And then Grant came through hit me with, "You need to get a speed cube." And I go, "What's that?" He goes, "Oh, they're faster and they make less noise." I'm like, "How much?" He's like, $20. I'm like, $20, do it. And then we found out that Amazon they're not delivering speed cubes right now. Only essentials, and apparently speed cubes are not it. I wonder though. I wonder how many people know.
That's what I want to know. Who does Jeff Bezos make that call?
I don't know. I don't know who makes that call.
Who makes the call and what's essential? That Rubik's Cube might be what separates you from choking out your wife in this time of cabin fever. Yeah, that might be an essential.
She hit me with, "Can you stop using the Rubik's Cube?" And I was like, "Babe, I'm Cuban. What do you want me to do?" And it was only after like the 6th time that I realized I kept saying I'm Cuban, which sounds like I'm Cuban, like I'm, from Cuba.
Eating mofongo and one of those ham sandwiches with the olive spread.
Yes, that's no, you're thinking of muffalito.
Yeah,
sandwich.
What is that thing called?
The Cuban
sandwich. Yeah,
it's called a pressed Cuban sandwich. Okay, so do you think people are going to, like, because I've noticed recently, like, when it's nice outside, I see a lot of people jogging who don't look like normal joggers. And that's not bad. I'm not saying that they look out of shape or anything, but I feel like people might be picking up, like, new hobbies because of this quarantine.
Absolutely. I love it. Like, I love going on to Facebook and Instagram, and where people before were posting every now and then, and we're just kind of like posting, "Oh, this is what I'm eating," or, "This is the view out my window of the snow." Like, now, like, even listeners, there's this one guy, Justin Lamb, like, every day he's posting like 3-4 videos of him playing guitar. I like text him today or messaged him. I'm like, "Hey, you taking requests? Play Sweet Baby James by James Taylor." And
by Motley Crue.
Yeah, he's like, "No, pick another one." I was like, "Oh, dang, I was rejected." But like, he's posting stuff, and we just have like all these listeners, and even myself, like, you sit around, you don't know what to do. Like, the normal things a week ago or 2 weeks ago, however long this has been, like, the normal things that were going on that you defaulted to, like, "Hey, I have a bunch of time on my hands. I'm going to play video games." Well, guess what? I'm tired of the video games I have. I'm done with it. So, like, I started getting back into my guitar about a month and a half ago. I have been going strong with that thing. I'm all over my guitar each and every single day. Another
in
thing,
sexual manner or what?
All over it.
The poor thing just begging for mercy. Please leave me alone.
Yes.
Can you please find another hobby that doesn't include me?
How about you go play with your bass? That'd be cool. How about you hit a bucket?
Have you seen that fat ass on that bass? It's got a big bottom and it needs to be rocked. Please just leave me alone for 5 minutes so that I can get some rest around here.
Right.
You take it to bed.
What's that?
You take it to bed. You take the guitar to bed.
I could.
Lay with it. But you lay with it like Molly's on the one side. You're spooning the guitar.
She's not with me. She's in a completely different room.
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
We want to talk about this?
I don't know. I don't. She's taking quarantine to the next level because of my job. Yeah. So because of my job and working at Costco and the people that I have to deal with every single day, she is afraid that I'm going to bring home germs
Bring home the bacon.
Yeah, so she doesn't eat anything I cook, and she sleeps in a separate room. She thinks I'm
big. Your nuts are just giant, just waddling around,
wheelbarrowing it.
Guy.
So that's why sleeping with the guitar is not a bad idea. There's plenty of room. There's plenty of room to
play the guitar. I'm learning the Rubik's Cube. I feel like there's probably going to be people that have come up with a lot of things. The other thing is we're all going to be 9,000 pounds.
Yeah. Oh, no, that's the truth. I have to put a lock on the fridge. It's getting bad. Here's another thing that I'm doing, that I started doing, and I'm almost embarrassed to say it. I've started writing. I'm sitting down in front of the computer, just knocking out
diary.
Yeah, just knocking out stories.
Is it like Simpsons fan fiction, or is it like stories about your life? Like you want your great grandchildren to know what it was like to live through the coronavirus?
No, it's not that. It's more along the lines of this sounds so stupid. I feel really embarrassed talking about it. And I know I talk about everything on here, but this I actually do feel embarrassed about. But I've collected comics since I was a kid. And so since I was about 12 years old, I had an idea for a comic. I'm not going to say it because I'm putting it together. But I had an idea for a comic. And literally the other day, the last piece kind of clicked in of honest to God, I'm 42 years old. Since I've been 12, I've been thinking about this and finally put it together. 2 hours, sat down at the computer, clickety clack, 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 and I knocked out this, basically a
graphic
pitch.
Graphic novel, but super graphic. It is called the guitar
grinder. I had to make a Grinder account.
I had to make a Grinder account. It was that hot. It was too hot for It was too hot for Yahoo.
Even Jerry Springer would have said, "Hey, that's too hot."
I remember we were in college. We ordered the Too Hot for TV video tape.
Heck yeah.
It's all about the body. That one chick who's super fat, but we were like, oh, those are boobs, so those are better. At the time we had no internet, right? You had no internet. So you were like, oh my God, those are boobs. They belong to a woman. And she doesn't, she wants us to see them. So, hey, might as well look at them.
Do you remember, if you'd be watching TV, E! Entertainment, after 10 o'clock, all the girls
I don't remember.
Wild? All the Girls Gone Wild commercials.
No, it wasn't Girls Gone Wild. Was not the name of the show. It was
the commercials.
Wild on E! Or something was the name of the show with Brooke Burke.
No, listen.
Commercials. I know.
Yes. So you were whatever show was on E! Entertainment. The commercials in between were for you to subscribe to Girls Gone Wild, where they would send VHS videos to your house. I just remember, I can't believe they could show this on television. It was crazy.
I would like to see this again so I could get all the girls' names down and jot them down because those sinners are going to hell.
And now there's 10-year-olds seeing worse than that on Minecraft. Girls Gone Wild, it would be considered a, Maxim or something like that for nowadays.
My buddy, I remember, had Girls Gone Wild. I just know that he had it. Buddy of mine, he had it and would let us borrow the tapes. And his exact quote was, "Well, at least I know when you finished," because you would always stop the video cassette and give it back to him, right in the middle of some girl dancing in Cabo San Lucas, Senior Frogs. It seems like we would have had the wherewithal to fast forward in that,
or be kind and rewind.
I said this to my kids the other day. I was like, "Hey, man, be kind, rewind." They were like, "What?" They didn't even, it was first of all, I don't know what part didn't make sense to them. The be kind part or the rewind part. Neither one made sense.
Anyone who's under the age of 35, have you ever had to rewind anything? Nothing. I'm trying to rack my brain because in our lives we had to rewind cassette tapes and we had to rewind VHS tapes. Other than that, who rewinds?
Yeah, well, do you remember having to? And it's funny because I want to get back to Girls Gone Wild in just a second. But do you remember ever? I do because okay, let me just tell this story because I want to get through this. So my friend had these tapes, though he really did, and I remember we went to a football game one time. We went to the Lions game, and it was me and him, and it was we hadn't even parked yet. And his girlfriend at the time who he lived with called and like didn't leave a message. 10 minutes later, calls, doesn't leave a message. He's like, that's really weird. Why does she keep calling? She like left a message like this long and was like, I found in the back of the closet underneath your high school yearbook a Girls Gone Wild videotape. Am I not enough? And so like the whole game, like she would call. I don't know if this was pre-texting or what. Maybe only a TED text a month. I forget what it was. But dude, she laid into him so hardcore about the fact that he had the Girls Gone Wild videotapes that it was like, that's all I remember from the game. Like, I don't even remember that Barry Sanders had 160 yards rushing or anything. I just remember him getting, lit up by Jocelyn from Fort Myers. You know what I'm saying? With like, it's all about the body.
Hey, trade shirt for shirt.
I just love the best part about Girls Gone Wild was those idiots that were on there. Yeah, I'm calling those girls idiots. Didn't realize that anything they are. Well, you have to say anything you do in public, though, is now public domain. Like, you can't later, unless you're under 18, which is a whole nother thing. But, like, if you're over 18, you pop your top in public and someone makes money off it, it's not like later you can come back and be like, wait a minute, that's my body. I deserve some money. You did it in a public place.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah.
You got to say about that? Nothing?
I'm just processing.
Dynamite dropping. I will say this, and we'll leave this part in. I won't take it out. There is a bit of a delay with the new mic.
Is there?
There seems to be. You're not here. Like, there's a lot of like, yeah, that's what I thought.
Oh,
like,
no.
We play it back. Like, I almost think I like the headset mic better.
Really?
Yeah. And you keep going in and out. Like, keep going. This is exactly what you sound like. So anyways, I think the best thing to do would be to
oh, really?
Yeah, so I don't know, man. The jury's out. The people will have to write in. Oh, yeah. People have to write in. Okay, so second thing we were talking about. Okay, so that's the Girls Gone Wild story. Second thing, I found a bunch of cassette tapes, like old demos from when I used to be in on the radio when I was in college. But like, I have no way to play them. But I felt really weird throwing them out. Like, what do you do with them? Like, jam them into the J drive of your computer? Like, what do you do?
I have a cassette player.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I do.
Is it a boom box?
No, it's actually behind me is my record player, and on the side of the record player is a cassette player. So it does cassettes, it does CDs, it does the radio, records, and then Bluetooth.
So what if I wanted to digitize my cassette tapes? Could I do it through your little machine there?
I don't think so.
Can I press play and then put them into a computer?
I don't think so.
Because I don't know what to do with these. But like I said, I found them in my basement along with like a bunch of old pictures and a bunch of other stuff like love letters and stuff. It's awesome. And then I realized though, like I was like, you know what? I don't have any, like I physically have no way to play these. Not that I want to hear me at the age of, 17 and 18 doing radio, but still.
Oh, sure you would. Yeah, that'd be a great time to listen to that. I'm surprised with all the friends you have in the business that there's no engineer or somebody like that would have that capability to be able to throw it from a cassette tape onto something.
Let's be clear. I burned a lot of bridges on my way out. Like, I don't have a lot of friends left in the business. Clearly, you could tell that by the fact that I got let go from ADNX and didn't pick up another job for quite a while. And now I'm doing sales and a podcast in my basement. So, yeah, didn't really have a lot of strong bonds. You know what I'm saying? Speaking of that, I wanted to throw this out there. Do you think anybody would I have a box of these.
Oh.
Do you think, now I'm showing Joe what they are. These are Callan Company 89X shirts. I have these. I have beer koozies, and I have sunglasses. I probably have 30 of each. I don't need them. Is it douchey, Joe, to offer this up to people? I'll mail it to you. If you want it, I'll pay for the shipping or once this thing settles down. I mean, I don't even know if we're allowed to ship.
I'm sure. Yeah, why not? And then what you do have left over, let's do is like giveaways at like the next like bowling get together or something like that. If we all survive. If it's like Dawn of the Dead and we're all holed up in a shopping mall and all the zombies are trying to get in, hey, pass out some shirts for morale.
Okay. Just give them away.
Yeah.
I didn't know what to do with them. And Wendy was like, you need to throw those out. There's no, like, you don't need to keep 30 shirts. I'm like, how many shirts do you have with your name on them?
Right. Well, see, like with the insiders, like I came across like a bin of all our merchandise, and like that's kind of fun to like go through. What's funny is I found all these shirts, all like one of like every design we ever had.
It's awesome. Keep that stuff.
Well, my kids got it. Like my kids got into it. We're like, Dad, can we wear this? And I'm like, yeah, what else are we gonna do with it? Just sit in a bin. If you want to wear it, wear it. So Ella wears probably 3 or 4 insiders shirts a week. She's always wearing them. And then Mia has a couple too, and they have some sweatshirts and whatnot. And we've given some away to like friends and family.
The shelters, the usual places.
Right.
Right.
Kids in Brazil.
They're just rocking. They're just wearing like, Super Bowl champions that weren't Super Bowl champions and insider sweatshirts with the monkey in front.
Right. As like Dove Award winner, 2002, and we were never even nominated. Little soccer playing kids are running around in Brazil.
We love the insiders. With a D. With a D. Who let the juniors out?